Hello and welcome to an extraordinary video presented by myself, Mr. Roger D. Now we're going to talk about the BenQ floating e-reading light. Now basically we've got four functions on there, or four touch sensitive buttons, which means one is to obviously hold down and then turn on and turn off. One is to obviously automatically dim depending on the scenario. So say today is not as sunny as yesterday, so we've got the light on in here, it's a little bit more darker. It's gonna just adjust to whatever. That's for people that can't be bothered to set the light up themselves because it's gonna take long. So just press that button there, or the heat touch sensitive button, and it will just work. Then this button here is to do the Kelvin. So we can go from one scale to the Kelvin, which is more of an orange light, to another scale of the spectrum, which is white light. So it kind of just goes in increments until you get the nice color that you want to use if you want to do custom mode. But anyway, let's turn it on quickly. So as you can see, white light straight away. There's no interference on the screen at all. I'm still looking and it's coming directly down. So basically there's a cutoff point, and where it is left the screen a little bit, it comes all the way down and then spreads the light outwards. So the light is hitting about here, from here to here on this distance, but on the screen it's not. So if I turn it off, it's not affecting the screen. So this light, what was this do again? Yeah, that's it. This is the dimmer. So this is really dim at the moment. So BenQ care about your eyes and making sure that you don't have that blue light that attracts into your eyes, because apparently we spend about 5 to 6 hours a day on monitors and stuff. I think I spend a lot more on that, because I will look at a monitor and then I'll probably go home and I'll look at TV, and then obviously my phone as well. So this just helps with your eyes. So you can have the proper correction of light, or you can press this dimmer right here and it will correct it. So at the moment you saw it flicking, it's got a little bit of tingent and a little bit of what's it called, a little bit of yellow or orangey light and then white light mixed together to give it that nice crisp light, so you can easily do what you're doing in your situation, in your little scenario. And technically when everything changes, it's different. The whole point about this light is that it makes things easier. So when you're on the screen, it's like if I turn it off, this is like, oh, I'm working with a screen, I've adjusted the light to that. Then I look down, you know, like when your pupils kind of dilate. They dilate when there's more light going through it, and then obviously when it's darker, your pupils open up. And it's the same way like a camera, which uses the camera lens as like an iris. And you turn ISO down, and then it say you turn it to 100, and the light, there's like a pin hole there to let less light in, and then you open up the ISO, and then iris opens up like your eyes and pupils, and that's what it's like. So at the moment I'm using SW320 screen, so this is 32-inch screen, 4K and stuff like that, and it's not affecting me at all. It's off at the moment, but it feels generally quite nice to have this light, because technically I'm looking up, I've got loads of light from my eyes, and I'm looking down, it looks really dark, and this is what can cause you to have headaches, because your eyes are retracting really quickly all the time, and it's putting more strain and irritation on it. Now talking about technology, this is not going to work with a CRT TV at all, because it's a big bulky one. This is for more modern day screens. Can it work with curved screens? Yes, it can work with curved screens. It can go from 0.4 all the way to 4 centimeters in the counterweight that's on the back and what's holding up the light bar itself. It's definitely a good structure. It's not too big. They do other lights. Now you might turn around and say, why can't I just use a normal lamp that's been there from the 1940s, and I can just rest it on the desk and just have it shining? Now the difference is, depending on the bulb and everything like that, well, it doesn't really depend on the bulb. This is made for not reflecting on the screen and stuff, but a light on a lamp on a stand, it's going to just be spreading light everywhere. So that means you're going to get light coming all over here, you can get light going over there, light behind, you're going to get unnecessary light. This also works with via USB as well, so I could just plug it in via like a power stone or something and connect it via USB. The cable's decent length. I could also plug this into the monitor, but I just thought I'd plug it into the front of the computer. I didn't even think at the time. But yeah, the outer chassis is made out of metal, so it's like really quite solid and stuff. They give you a year's guarantee. It should be able to last up to 40,000 hours of lightage use, so that's pretty decent. If there's any problems with it, you can get in contact with BenQ, depending on the problem, and they can repair it and stuff like that as well. I do like the nice little hook. It's very minimalistic. That's another thing. Having a lamp on the desk that spread light everywhere, it's going to be in your way. This is on top of the monitor, so it's just kind of floating there, and you can start to do whatever you want to do with the light being there. And the good thing is about it, with normal traditional lamps, you can dim it or you can brighten it. With this, you can change the Kelvin. And what I mean by Kelvin is the transitions of like different colors that you know, like the sun is kind of, at sunset it's like orange, and then when it's like in high time in the sky, it's really bright white. These are the different factors that you can deal with. So if you are a person that likes a little bit more of an orange light, because if I get my mobile phone out, I like to have nice crisp white light on there, but it does affect your sleeping patterns and stuff like that as well. But I've seen other people that do a lot of reading and put like a yellow sort of background on their phones. And this is what I mean, it just fits everyone's purpose. At a price of £89, it's not too bad. It's for people that are seriously like me, that do video production and photography and want to like take notes and everything like that, but not hurting your eyes, and then you can literally keep control and focus on the stuff that you're doing on the monitor. So normally I'll have to, if I'm going to do this, I'll have the screen directly at me, but I'm literally sitting at the side of you right now, and then I can carry on and do whatever I'm doing with work. There is a little tad bit of light there, but when I'm sitting straight, the light, because if I have like the screen up here, I can see everything. So if I turn it off, no, it's not even that. It's actually my lights in the background. It's really good then, it's pretty good. So anyway, I'll sit directly on the screen. You can sit a bit relaxed like that. But as I'm saying, it's got my light in the background, so it'll pick that up, but it's not picking up this light. So if I turn this light off quickly at the back there, you can see that it's perfectly not ruining anything, and I can have the screen right up here. It's not even affecting it, whatever I'm doing. So I can have it here, and it's pretty good. Well, obviously, it's got to be good because £89 is quite expensive for a light, isn't it? Especially it's just USB. But it's really, really well made, and I do like the fact that it's got like little heat sensitive buttons on there as well. So this is my dimmer, so I can dim it down when I'm feeling like, oh, that's a bit bright for me. And I've still got perfect lightage. So that is really cool. That's cool. We'll turn it up and I really get the lightage that I need. If you've got poor eyesight and stuff, you need a little bit more lightage. Or if you haven't, it's like, it sorts you out. For whoever you are, you wear glasses, you don't wear glasses, people with poor sight, whatever, it sorts you out. And I like the fact that you can do the different types of Kelvin as well. So, where are we? There we go. So that is like a really, like, it's making me feel nice and warm now with that colour, but I don't really like working in that sort of colour. And I like the fact that I can just go, do you know what? I don't really know what colour to like make sure the lux is sorted. So let's just do automatic. Wow, it's done. So, is this marketed for you? Technically, if you're a professional like me that likes to do anything to do with illustration, photography, CAD work, any designs that you need to get it all up there, or you like reading and stuff like that, there is a market for it. £89, it's a bit steep, but technically once you've got this in real life, you know why it is, because it is made of very good quality components, and what it can do is pretty cool, and it's heat sensitive button, and it's stylish, and it's out the way with safe spacing. So you got to think that money does complement for that. Now what I'm going to do is just take this off at the moment, because it is quite weighty. So this is what the light bar looks like. Then if I press that button there, so that's the dimmer, that's really dim, and then this is brightness. This is the Kelvin. So that's nice bright white. And then that is the lower end of the Kelvin. And then this is the sensitivity of like what it's sensing in the room to make sure that it's got the right color that you don't have to ever worry about. And then obviously this is off button, and it's all nice and heat sensitive. So these are the buttons at the top there. So power button, sensitivity monitor, which is easy access for you, Kelvin one, and dimmer. And then you've got the USB mini right there, and it's made like a nice perfect hole. This does weigh quite a bit. As you can see though, this is how far it can go on the screen to make sure it's perfect. Anything that's bigger is not gonna sit properly on the screen. It might start to shine the light on there. But yeah, that is a big heavy counterweight, and it just feels like great quality as well. Really easy to put together as well. So that's really nice, which I'm gonna show you really quickly. So I'll just slide it on like so. When it's like that, then I'll just turn it and it locks into place. Then put the USB in the back, then turn it on. Now the problem with this E-light for me is that I work with covers to make sure that I can get the best of what I'm doing. If there's any light that's seeping through, I want to make sure that I'm color correcting properly with whatever I'm doing, photography, videos, whatever. I want to make sure everything's done properly. It does not fit on the covers because obviously the covers are slightly too big for it. So that may be a problem for you. As you can see, it would have to come out here and it wouldn't fit because it's even bigger than the CRT TV. Other than that, it does fit on curved screens and stuff like that. But I think this is great for me personally for what I want it to do. Anyway, links are all in the description down below, because if you want further more information on this light, there will be a BenQ link to go and check out their other lights that they do as well if you're interested. Also, I'll be linked in the description down below where you can purchase this lamp on Amazon as well. And yeah, with that being said, would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend it. If you're truly a professional and you don't want to strain your eyes and stuff like that, then this is dedicated for you. People that don't really care, want to get a lamp on there, you can do, but it's, as I explained, it's going to be shining on the screen. I've actually used the lamp before, never really thought about it. I had a lamp and it was like, the light was on there, but then I could edit on here. Just a bit of an ag, but this is nice. This is really quite cool. Yeah, so I do highly recommend it. So subscribe, share, and obviously tick that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And I'll see you next one. Roger and out. Thanks for watching.